Hi, my name is Shoshana Freed, and I am an immigration attorney and the director of the Justice for All program at Pisgah Legal Services. The Justice for All program serves immigrants and their families in the 18 westernmost counties of North Carolina. If you're interested in an immigration consult, please call 828-210-3437. You can also apply for services online at pisgahlegal.org. There's a button that says Apply Online. We at Pisgah Legal Services are doing video updates about the changes that we're seeing that affect our clients and our communities during this crisis. We have a lot more information on our website as well about other areas of law, such as housing, healthcare, and a lot of other information. Now, the purpose of this update is not to give individual legal advice, but rather to share updates about the changes in immigration policy and other federal policies that affect immigrants. If you have individual questions, we encourage you to call us. I'm going to first talk about some of the agencies that are in play in immigration law and talk about some of the updates. Now, this information is changing on an almost daily basis, but I'm going to give the update as of today. USCIS, which is United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, is still processing applications such as DACA, adjustment of status, and naturalization. However, they're not doing in-person appointments at this time, such as biometrics or fingerprint appointments, green card interviews, or naturalization interviews. If you have an interview or a biometrics appointment scheduled between now and May 3rd, your appointment will be canceled and rescheduled. However, if you are thinking about applying for something through USCIS, they are processing those cases. The Immigration Court in Charlotte is not holding hearings through May 1st. However, the court is open and accepting filings. If you do have a case with Immigration Court, you won't have a hearing if it's scheduled between now and May 1st. However, the court is accepting filings, and it's important to meet any deadlines you might have. So if you do have an attorney and you're in Immigration Court, you should reach out to your attorney and make sure that you're meeting deadlines and know when your court date is. I'm now going to talk about two topics that we've received a lot of questions about in the last few weeks: unemployment and the economic stimulus. On both of these topics, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on how to apply or all the requirements, but I'm going to focus on the special rules that apply to immigrants. Now, there was previously a video put on Facebook about applying for unemployment. So if you have specific questions about that process, please refer to that video. And if you have more questions, please call our office. To apply for unemployment, you can visit des.nc.gov/apply-unemployment. And there are options to apply in other languages. First off, if you're not authorized to work or you're undocumented, you're not going to be eligible for unemployment. So you must be authorized to work at the time you're filing and during the period that you'll be receiving the benefit. You also have to have had employment authorization prior to applying for a certain period of time. If you have questions about any of these requirements of having work authorization and continuing to have work authorization, please contact our office. It's also important to remember that some immigration statuses have work authorization inherent in their status. One example would be a green card. If you have a green card, you don't need a separate document showing that you're authorized to work. A work visa would also be included in that category. So you would, if you met all the other requirements for unemployment, which I'm not going over today, you would be eligible if you have a green card or a work visa. If you have a pending case with USCIS right now, receiving unemployment will not harm your case and it will not make you a public charge. If you have questions about applying for unemployment or about what your immigration status is or whether you have permission to work, feel free to contact our office. The next topic I'm going to talk about is the stimulus. So the stimulus was part of the CARES Act, which was recently passed, and that would allow for a payment of up to $1,200 for an individual and up to $500 for each dependent child. And these are dependent on your income. If you filed taxes in 2018 or 2019, in order to qualify, you need to have filed your taxes with a valid Social Security number in order to qualify. If you used an I-10 or an individual tax identification number, you would not be eligible. If you filed taxes in 2018 or 2019 jointly as a married couple, if the way we understand the rule is if either individual in the couple did not have a valid Social Security number, then neither of you would be eligible for the stimulus. And also you would not be eligible for the $500 payment for any child. Now there are exceptions to the tax filing requirement, for example, Social Security recipients, but I'm not going to go into those rules during this presentation. The stimulus payment will either happen or not happen automatically. There's no application to file. There's nothing you need to submit in order to get that. And like unemployment, receiving this payment would not harm your immigration case and it would not make you a public charge. So at Pisgah Legal, we're still doing consultations over the phone and we're still filing applications with USCIS. We're not doing in-person appointments, but we have the ability to still process your applications and still give legal advice. If you'd like an appointment with an immigration attorney or you think you might be eligible for work authorization or for your permanent residency, please call us. We can always do a consultation as long as you're eligible for our services. It's also important for DACA recipients to renew your DACA. Even if it's not going to expire for over a year, the Supreme Court could make a decision at any point on the program, and it could cancel the program. So we're encouraging everyone who's eligible to renew their DACA as soon as possible so that you can get 2 more years of work authorization. We have staff and volunteer attorneys who are working hard to process these DACA renewals. Again, if you have questions or you'd like an appointment with the immigration lawyer, you can call 828-210-3437. If you have a question on a legal issue other than immigration, you can call our main line at 828-253-0406. And again, you can apply for services online at www.pisgahlegal.org. Thank you for listening, and I hope you and your families are healthy and safe.